All right. So he says, I'm a non-Leo, but I was trying to learn what is the legality for a cop pulling over an out-of-state driver for something that is illegal in the cop's state, but legal in the state where the car is registered. For example, 2 versus 1 license plate. So some states have a rear.
Yes.
Some states have a front and a rear. Tinted windows, legal in Nevada, illegal in California. Modified exhaust, license plate frames. I can't seem to get a right answer on this. What do you think?
It's interesting.
Let me ask you, let's start with the registration issue.
Yeah.
Nevada requires two plates. What is the state that requires 1 plate? Missouri?
Missouri.
Okay.
Missouri.
Missouri.
Missouri. More Missouri.
Okay.
My
you want your banjo now? Is that what you're asking for? When you say so, okay. So a Missourian, is that how you would say this? It's not Missourian.
Not Missourian.
Missourian?
From Missouri.
Probably Missourian. Okay. So I'm gonna say Missourian unless you can correct me. A Missourian drives from Missouri to Nevada. Nevada is a 2-plate state. Missouri is a 1-plate state.
If your truck is over a certain tonnage.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's conditions in that. And I know this because I'm from Missouri.
Okay.
My peeps are back there. So yes, if the truck's a certain tonnage, then no rear plate is required.
Okay, fine. So look, you're in Nevada,
Missouri,
and the cop sees this plate, but this plate, if he knew his laws, would have been it's valid in Missouri.
Correct.
But it seems to be invalid in, well, presumably for the cop at least, invalid in Nevada. Are we good? Yes or no? I mean, I'm sorry. Is the person violating the law in Nevada? Yes or no?
No, because the state in which the vehicle is registered in, they're complying by the laws. Now they're here. Are they living here? Is that
that's the don't go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, we're just passing through.
We're just passing through. We're on the interstate. We're from Missouri. Now, what's interesting?
Good.
Well, what's interesting is that I've never heard this before. You're saying that in Missouri, a truck over a certain tonnage has to have a front plate, but not a rear plate.
Because
that's probably
tow a lot of stuff.
Okay, I actually can see that because you have these modifications on the back of the truck. Now, if a cop in Nevada is behind a vehicle and does not see a plate, I can see him or her pulling that vehicle over.
Absolutely.
And would you think that's okay under at least reasonable suspicion?
Absolutely.
I agree. I think that it is what it is. If you now in Missouri, you probably know your laws. You're like, oh, this vehicle is heavy, so I'm probably not going to pull it over unless I know something more.
I asked this question. I was out there in Springfield, Missouri, a few months ago, teaching for Blue and Gold. Yep. And I asked, I go, well, how do you, just kind of a question from an officer safety kind of way. If we can get information before we make a stop, the better for us. And they say they'll usually pull up past, catch the plate off the front, and go from there. Okay, so we make that stop here.
Okay.
Are we expecting the people to cross state lines, pull that plate off the front, and put them on the back when they get
and then that'd be improper anyway. In fact, that would be probable cause.
Well, there you
now,
go, right?
Now it's like you're actually trying to hide something because you're not even complying with your own state law.
Right? Yeah, you're manipulating both there, right?
Now, my friend Shane, he's no, not Shane, Patrick. He says, relying on reciprocity. I actually like that word.
Oh yeah, that's a good
reciprocity is probably the right word. Now let's talk about tint.
Yeah,
in Nevada, you can have what's the percent? Do you know the percentage?
You're the former.
Is it? It's like 30%, I think.
Dope detector, not tint.
Yeah, exactly. You don't care about tint. In my world as a trooper,
right?
That shit's a felony.
That's a felony, right?
Okay, you're going to take this seriously.
Well,
why are you always laughing at troopers?
That's why this is a good banter. We've got both sides of this.
I don't think personally, I don't think having a kilo of cocaine is dangerous, but I do think having a wobbling tire is dangerous.
This is true. With a kilo of kilo of cocaine,
especially low tire pressure. So, all right, now let's answer this question. Stay focused, Boone. Okay. Should we look? We have some good Woodinville here, made in Washington, which is actually good stuff right here.
Was that a commercial break?
And we should probably hear. We're sponsored by Woodinville, not, but if you want to sponsor Woodinville, start sending them over. You know what I mean? So let's imagine, or not imagine, but Nevada does allow tint on front side windows.
Yes.
California does not.
Right.
So you're going to Disneyland, in your van, which I know you love, you actually you don't have a van, but it looks like a van.
Yeah.
And you look at your family van and you go to and you have tint Nevada compliance in California. Can the chippy in California pull you over and write you a ticket?
Yes.
Get out of here. Why?
Violating the law, right?
when you're saying that when we read penal code or vehicle code, right? It's actually vehicle code. When you read the vehicle code in California, It does not have an exception for out-of-state vehicles.
Correct.
That's correct. So it is what it is. Now, can we also agree that a chippy pulling over somebody, look, getting pulled over is one thing, but getting a ticket is another. Would you agree?
Yes.
I mean, you would hold the chippy if he pulled over you and you're a gainfully employed individual.
Right.
You're not a criminal, you're not up to no good. It'd be kind of pretty cold.
In another state.
You're in another
Your
state.
state's laws. I
think
there's some reasonable.
I mean, come on. Yeah. But it could get you pulled over.
Oh, yeah.
And it is what it is. I mean, if you cross that state line, there are certain things that you cannot do that violates criminal law. And the fact that you have a vehicle, registered in a state where it's legal, that doesn't give you a break from other state laws. That's like saying that, I'm making this up, but Tennessee, you can have no muffler, but you can't get away with that in Illinois. You know what I mean? You're going to, so it is, the state is allowed to regulate their own transportation.